North Korea, a country immersed in a mystery. A country that has attracted the attention of the world with its mysterious appearance. Below its careful border surface, there is an area of mysteries that have been hidden for decades. Today, dear viewers, we embark on a journey to uncover enigma, a peer into the darkness that upends the Hermit Empire. Its stunning landscape makes it seem as if time has frozen in place, with almost frozen streets where daily life goes on in a way that is both captivating and surprising. North Korea is a difficult puzzle to solve, but it holds a web of mysteries that have aroused curiosity, intrigue, and even apprehension globally. Before we go to nitty-gritty, let me introduce you to the country. North Korea, officially known as the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, is located in East Asia. This huge nation shares its borders with its brothers, China, Russia, and South Korea, which separates by the notorious Korean Demilitarized Zone. On one side, the Yellow Sea touches its western boundary, while on the other side, the Sea of Japan colors the eastern horizon. And this is what is in everyone's hearts. The vibrant city of Pyongyang is proud to be the capital and the largest metropolis. But if we go back to ancient times, archaeological traces reveal early human presence on the Korean peninsula. The history of North Korea begins with Gojoseon, a region founded by the legendary Yong-Hui in 2333 BC. Although there is no concrete evidence from that time, it is a story that has been woven into the cultural fabric. Fast forward to recent times, after World War II, Korea was divided along the 38th parallel. The North, guided by Soviet influence, took its own path while the South turned towards the Western Bloc. This was followed by the Korean War, which led to a situation that persists to this day. This war-torn backdrop laid the foundation for North Korea's distinctive political landscape. Let's talk. North Korea's living Yachi philosophy. This homegrown concept advocates self-reliance and autonomy that underscores the state's unique identity. From economic relations to foreign relations, it is Jachi that shapes North Korea's attitude. North Korea's Songun policy is a staggering one, a military-first approach that puts the Korean People's Army at the forefront. With 7.769 million personnel, which is roughly 30% of its population, this is no small feat. And yes, they've got nuclear power. But it's not all show. Concerns about human rights resonate around the world over the past several years. Various reports and organizations have raised concerns about this, often highlighting a reality that seems to be from another era. Number 1. Labor camp. North Korea has about 16 labor camps, surrounded by electrified barbed wire fences. These aren't just camps. They're prison cities where about 200,000 prisoners are held at any given time. Now you must be wondering who these prisoners are and what drove them to this painful life. The sad truth is that the inhabitants of these camps are often a mix of criminals, traitors, and even ex-convicts who dared to challenge the regime. Running afoul of the government in North Korea can be a pretty easy task, and the consequences are beyond imagination. It is difficult to ignore the terrible similarities between these labor camps and the notorious Gulag camps of Soviet Russia. Imagine a life where forced labor is ideal, where prisoners are left under cruel circumstances, facing all unimaginable difficulties. The smallest violations, such as stealing some corn grains, can cause rigid and severe punishment, including death penalty. It is almost impossible to escape from these camps, but some brave souls have managed to avoid this living nightmare. Their stories are disturbing, highlighting their horrifying appearance and extraordinary strength to survive. These survivors are witnesses to a reality we can hardly comprehend from the comfort of our own lives. Number 2. 3 generations of punishment. Imagine a world where a single misunderstanding can cast a shadow not only on your life, but also on the lives of your children and grandchildren. This is a grim reality for many in North Korea, where there is a 3-generation punishment policy. It's not just a policy, it's a generation-wide curse that treats sex like a sexually harassing spectator. So what exactly is this policy? Well, it's like a severe legacy of punishment. If your grandparents commit a crime, the whole family has to pay the price. Even after the original offender has received his punishment, his descendants suffer. No matter how minor the crime, it can shock people for generations. But what is the result of such a policy? Imagine a lifetime spent behind the prickly wire of prison camps. One of the most egoistic crimes is trying to leave North Korea, a dream that can increase the punishment in one of the immediate death sentence or notorious labor camps. It is a clear reminder of the Drashin controlling the government's control over its citizens. Even the slightest criticism of the government is considered treason. Even the simple act of learning about other cultures is a punishable offense. Can you believe that watching a Western movie can be punishable by death? It seems as if the government fears the power of ideas and connections beyond its borders. And this is where things really get murky, with recent reports of smuggling between North Korea and China, showing that some brave souls managed to obtain illegal DVDs of Western films. North Korea's National Security Agency goes to great lengths to stop these cultural pollutions, raiding villages, cutting off power, and breaking into homes, all while we sit in our comfortable homes. Number 3, electricity. Armed guards patrol the borders strictly so that those from lower classes cannot enter the luxurious bubble of the city. And while Pyongyang's residents do experience a form of luxury, they all enjoy relative conditions. Imagine this. For 30 lakh people, even the upper-class people, having access to electricity is a luxury in itself. Yes, you heard it right. The lucky ones get electricity for only a day or two. Can you imagine what life would be like if your access to electricity is limited to such a small window? But the biggest problem here is that sometimes, especially during the bone-chilling cold, the power goes out completely. Imagine the cold temperatures dropping below 17.8 degrees Celsius and you are left in darkness and cold. It is a struggle that is hard to comprehend. Look at this satellite image. It says a lot. In the north, you have China, a country lit up with electric lights. To the south, South Korea shines even brighter. And in the middle in the darkness is mentioned North Korea. The contrast alone is enough to blow your mind. But don't forget that outside Pyongyang, the situation is even worse. Most homes do not have a single sliver of electricity. It is a stark reminder that even in this modern age, an inequality can cast a shadow that is hard to escape. As the sun sets and darkness descends, millions live their lives in a world devoid of light. Number 4, arms dealing. Now we all know that North Korea is no stranger to controversy, from its mysterious leadership to its isolated lifestyle. But did you know that the United Nations has labeled this country as even more sinister? That's right, weapons dealing. Allegations abound that North Korea is selling illegal weapons and even nuclear technology to the highest bidders. Let's rewind a little to 2012, the crucial year that exposed North Korea's dark secrets. The United Nations managed to seize a North Korean shipment headed for Syria via the northern route. What was inside? Oh, about 450 graphite cylinders were designed for ballistic missiles. Fast forward to 2009, shipments were hitchhiking destined for Iran and the Republic of Congo. One grabbed 35 tons of missile components, while another was carrying Soviet-era bombs. Quite the inventory. UN sanctions explicitly prohibit the trade or sale of missile technology to North Korea. You would think that would be the end of it, right? Wrong. North Korea is not going to back down easily. They boldly claimed that the sanctions themselves were illegal and they could do whatever they wanted. This bold disregard has allowed their arms trade to continue, hidden from the eyes of the world. Now you must be wondering, why on earth would North Korea engage in such a risky business? Well, folks, it's all about the Benjamins. This arms trade serves as a lucrative revenue stream for the government. But here's the twist, according to experts, a significant portion of that money doesn't go into infrastructure or welfare. No, it ends up in the pocket of someone other than Kim Jong Un. Boss, doesn't it? Number 5, physical isolation. North Korea, known for separation from the outside world, works under a regime that tightly controls its citizens' movement. It is not only about restricted trips, it is about physical isolation that is beyond the boundaries. You see, it is nearly illegal for people in North Korea to leave their homeland without the explicit permission of the government. Trying to escape the clutches of this ruling regime can have severe consequences. We're talking torture, forced labor, and even life imprisonment in notorious political prison camps. Imagine a place where freedom is a luxury, where stepping beyond your country's borders could cost you your freedom or worse. But the matter does not end here. People who get the rare opportunity to travel abroad are not truly free. North Koreans allowed to travel abroad, such as diplomats, high-ranking students, enlisted personnel, and athletes, may feel they have been given a chance to get a taste of the outside world. However, there is a catch, a sinister one. These passengers are carefully monitored during their journey, and when they return, they should participate in special conceptual indigenization, a controlled session where their experiences are filtered through the promotional lens of governance. reminding them of their loyalty to the state. This is a way for the North Korean government to ensure that these passengers do not bring with them any dangerous foreign ideas or attitude that can challenge their tight grip on power. And you have this, my curious peers, deep journey in the esoteric places of North Korea to find out the dark secrets that thrill this country for decades. The glimpses we have gathered with is clear that this story is more than meeting the eye. Let us know what you think of this remarkable campaign to highlight North Korea's deepest mysteries in the comments below. If you have enjoyed this video, do not forget to like the video and subscribe our channel for more interesting videos. Goodbye.